Hello, everyone, and thanks for tuning in tonight to the Franchising 360 show. I am Tim Parmeter, and with me, as always, is the lovely and talented Miss Danielle Wright.
Hi.
Danielle, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am great. This is a fun time of year. We just had Christmas a couple days ago. We got Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
My birthday.
What?
My birthday.
Your birthday?
Yeah, my birthday's tomorrow.
Somebody remind me to get a present for you. So
it's fine. I already got it for myself.
You're
Thank you.
29, correct?
Yes, all day,
Excellent.
every day.
So we are, but we're also, with all of that, we're getting towards, the end of the year, and 2024 is almost over, which is, I think, basically it's hard to go anywhere online, emails, whatever, and somebody's not talking about like
resolutions,
end of the year. How was the year? Next year, right? Like if it's our couple weeks ago, our Spotify, music. How many minutes did we have?
Lots of minutes on that Spotify thing there.
Yes. But there's a lot of things with this regarding franchising, because this is the Franchising 360 show. So we should probably talk mostly about franchising. So, but there's a handful of things, and you work with a handful of different brands.
Yes.
With your business, Create a Shift, working with franchisors. This is a big thing within franchisors, kind of looking back at kind of what the year was and doing that planning for the next year. A lot of that's going on. What are some things that you've kind of heard or maybe observed in the franchising world?
Well, to your point, this is the time to say, let's take reflection, right? That's why you do resolutions and you set goals. So a lot of people are saying, hey, how well did we do? There was a lot of ups and downs in 2024. So all in all, some of the mastermind groups I'm on, everyone was pretty happy with 2024. We're not extremely happy, but we awarded units. We have new franchise owners. Sometimes status quo is a good thing. But there is a lot of optimism in 2025. Maybe. Why? I wish I knew. If I had a magical ball, we would be winning lotto numbers. I don't know why.
Well, we're just optimistic just because it's better than the alternative.
We're just hoping that positivity, Tim, positivity.
I've been trying to work on you for that.
Oh, yeah, because my meter on positivity is real low.
But there have been a lot of things this year, especially the back half of the year, right? It's easy for people to look, especially with the election, and like
inflation,
a contentious one at that,
rates,
right?
Yes.
So a lot of different things, but I think part of the beauty of franchising is it's been, like, knock on wood, borderline impervious to most things over the years.
So as you say.
Right.
I think you probably feel it a little bit differently. I think that's what's great about the show is that you work with people that are looking to maybe not go back to work, right? So we're sitting here, it's a couple days after Christmas, it's a handful of days before New Year's. Who really wants to go back?
Right.
So I think maybe in your experience working with people, like now's the time to say, I don't want to go back. Why don't I make that goal for myself for 2025?
Yep.
On my side, I think we just get excited about the potential and the possibilities. And from what we've been talking about and we all hear, 2024 was tough, like highs and lows, and not that every year isn't, but 2024 felt a little more.
Yeah.
Like, can I just make it to another day? So I think that's what we're looking forward to.
Yeah. Yet in the franchising space, there continue to be growth, right? Maybe not the chart topping year growth for new franchise owners or even franchise, like kind of the individual franchise owner's success, people looking at it. Especially in the last few months, there's just been a little more kind of hesitation and again, whichever way anybody wanted things to go from election standpoint, it's over, which I think we all, prior to that,
breathe a sigh of relief. That's done.
Can we just get it over with? And now what's next? And I think a lot of people, probably most people, are doing that for themselves. Hey, what was the year like for me personally, maybe for our family unit, whatever. What do we want that to look like for next year? But those are some big things for franchises too, as they're kind of looking ahead.
And that's how we plan for it, right? Like there is the optimism or the thought process that people are going to walk away from the holidays or any inflection point throughout the year. Like, I don't want to go back. Same thing ties to like summer breaks and spring breaks, and the holidays seem to be when people pull back from making those decisions. But part of this conversation I think we're going to have today is just really talking about where do you go in 2025? Right. Is now the right time? And there are a lot of things that come out in the beginning of the year that we're going to talk about, like hot markets, hot franchises, lots of publications about 2025. And so I think now's the time for us to kind of chat about that on this show.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll talk a little bit about, maybe even our kind of resolutions going forward, but certainly some things from a franchise. Are you going to
let me look at a franchise this year? I've been told I can't.
We did have a moratorium on that in 2024.
No buying franchises in 2024.
Maybe in 2025. I've got a great franchise consultant that can help you too. More on that here on the Franchising 360 show when we return. And we are back here on the Franchising 360 show, wrapping up 2024, getting ready for 2025. Going to talk about some trends and things to look forward to in the new year for franchising. Also talk a little bit about how this can affect you. But Danielle, first off, what New Year's resolution do you have?
Oh, I don't know that I make resolutions.
Well, why not?
Because I break them.
Well, at least you can accomplish the fact that you've broken them.
Okay, that's taking a positive look at it. I appreciate that.
I've been trying to work on you about positivity.
It's this.
I know, when you think of positivity, you think
of that face right there. Yeah. So I don't know that I've thought of one yet. How about yourself? Do you have something bubble around in that brain?
I do.
Oh, what is it?
I need to lose 10 pounds.
Oh, said everyone everywhere as a resolution.
No, but I am doing it.
Oh. I am here to support that. How are you going to master that?
52 episodes later, folks, 10 pounds, one direction or the other. So
for the camera's sake, it's probably 20, right?
Oh my gosh, okay. I know, right? So, no, I literally have that, and you're all joking aside, I've gone the other direction for the better part of this year, and I've got to do that. And for Fran Coach, we definitely have some goals for things that we're trying to continue to evolve. And for this show, we're hoping to not get canceled. I think is my real big goal. That's
a goal. I don't know that that's necessarily a resolution, but that's a conversation for another day.
Right. But within franchising,
what if people here are having resolutions like, I want to work for myself?
Well, which is again a lot of the things, right? It's what do we want different for the following year? And again, we hear that with Fran Coach, our team. We work with the people that are interested in looking at franchises. Is there's maybe something missing? Okay. Not quite complete with their life. It's usually always control, freedom, flexibility, making the decisions yourself, all of those things. And again, maybe it is take that few minutes to just, talk to somebody like our team to help learn, is this maybe the right path to take that control? So you're sitting here next year and you're not figuring out, oh man, I can't stand my job and I'm not happy with this. And everything
does happen.
Right. And then everything is about how do I make my new franchise even better in 2026? And those are so people do that all the time.
To the goals like you're talking about right now.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
So how often so you've done this for a long period of time. If someone were to come in and right around this time of year, which it does happen, right. I think on the franchisor side, we see that number go down, but I'm assuming on your world, those numbers go up and
it just rolls. Yeah.
How long do you work with people in that process? Can they really take the next 2025 to figure out maybe that they're going to do it in 2026?
And really, honestly, even be open in 2025 in a lot of cases. So from start to finish, maybe 3 months of time that we will work with somebody trying to figure out what that business needs to look like, getting them matched, then all of that kind of vetting process with the brands on average takes 3 months. And so,
that seems fast.
On average, could be faster, could be slower. Yes, right. But so now all of a sudden we're sitting there and we're end of Q1 and you're like, aha, this is my thing. Then how long does it take to get open? If it's something, a brick and mortar, like your pals at Body Bar Pilates, well, maybe we can get it open by the end of 25, but if not, first part of 26. But things that don't require physical space, man, sometimes it's another 60 to 90 days. And you could have something that is open by summer. And it really can happen. It can happen that fast.
So I guess the key takeaway for our viewers is that it's never too late or too early to reach out and have a conversation about it, right? Like,
no, that's a good idea. They should do that. So, but again,
that's what I'm here for.
Right. But and all joking aside, there is no fee for our service. So it's like just that conversation. We always tell people, if you feel like there's something missing or you're curious about maybe working for myself would make it better, then you at least have the conversation to learn.
So this is, can I switch direction
Sure.
a little bit? I mean, I know we're co-hosts and all, but
Fire away.
You're running this gig. When we're talking about people reaching out, trying to think about their resolutions, where they want to go in 2025, we'll probably all jump on that machine that takes us into the interwebs that says, hey, here are the hot franchises. Do you get a lot of people asking, hey, I saw this, here were the best franchises in 2024, or here are the best franchises in 2025? Is that something that sparks some interest for you?
It does. We hear that a lot, and our pals over at our Entrepreneur Media always have their annual, franchise 500 list.
That comes out January, February.
Yeah, in a couple months. And I know we had looked at the ones from last year, and a lot of things that are well-known brands, right? There's Taco Bell and Jersey Mike's and Popeyes and UPS Store.
And he's literally naming
right?
the top 10 guys from last year or this year. And I kind of did the first bunch ones right off. Right.
And then there's Hampton, right? Like, okay, do you have the money to own a hotel by Hilton?
Sure.
Right. Well, then I'm married well also. So, but it really is. So those things are great from a standpoint of giving people an idea of what all is out there, but how people can kind of work through that list and other lists and things that they see. Let's hit that up on the right after this commercial break. What do you say?
Yeah, I love that.
Okay, cool. We'll be right back here on the Franchising 360 show with more about 2025. And we are back here on the Franchising 360 show. We are talking about some things that are going to come up in 2025 in franchising. Danielle, I don't know that people know this, but one of your nicknames is actually Nostradamus. So,
okay, let's not make that a thing.
Tell us what's going to happen in 2025. What are some of the trends and things that you are really looking forward to?
I'm not whoever it is you just said I am. I don't know that I'm looking forward to anything except, helping people find the right opportunities, and hopefully they're with brands that I work with. Some of the research that I've been doing and in some of the groups I participate in, we're talking a lot about the different types of industries that are taking some traction, right? We talk here a lot. We talk about food. We talk about restaurants. They're the things that people know. But there are a lot of industries that people don't realize are franchising, and they actually do very well, and something that you can do while also keep your job or something you have a passion about. One of the ones that's really intriguing to me, and I think that I love it, and I may name drop a couple of different franchises, but beverage, like, let that just sit with you for a second. What is the industry of beverage?
Well, I'm going to guess that has something to do with a drink.
Yes. Right. So, and I think what people will instantly go to, okay, beverage, coffee or alcohol. Coffee is its own thing. Like, it's its own industry. Correct. So beverage is more soda, or pop, as you people would say.
That's a northern thing.
Let's say it's a Coke or a Pepsi kind of thing. And so it's got a big craze in what we call a soda shop. And some of our viewers and even my grandparents will be like, soda shop, are we going to get a malt? Yeah, exactly. And so there's a big craze about having drive-through opportunities outside of convenience stores like 7-Eleven. Right. There was a brand that I worked with for a period of time called FizzBiz, changed their name to Fizzology, just so we're on that part. But there's another company called Fizz. They are just popping up everywhere. Small real estate, easy, quick, have relationships with both soda manufacturers. It's
and kind of a whole menu of options you didn't even know existed, and combinations
blows
of
my
drinks,
mind.
Right?
So I think there's going to be a big growth with them in 2025. I think pets are always going to be big. Something that's been brought up on some conversations is children's athletics. Right. Not just athletics like we've talked body bar, but things that are really focused on kids. That's got some legs and some traction. And the thing that really is interesting to me, and maybe some of our viewers participate in it, we've done some yard, pickleball, but there are franchises in the pickleball category that are Really cool. Kind of going to give Topgolf a run for their money, but super excited about seeing that happen in 2025.
Yeah. And I think year over year, there's always those kind of new things that come up. And if we're like, you go back to like 10 years ago and somebody said, hey, it's going to be a pickleball franchise and one has all like 50 different soda options. They'd be like, what are you kidding?
What are you talking about?
No, or
I am confused.
And even in pet, it's like there are franchises that pick up dog poop. Like,
who knew?
Right. And again, because now
we do.
We're all so lazy. We don't want to do these things ourselves. And now we're going to hire people to do it.
But that takes a whole nother, like we've got a whole episode planned on just labor. Like, who do you hire to pick up dog poo?
Exactly. And so it's a crappy job, but somebody's got to do it. So
you would go the dad joke. Thank you for that.
But I think the other part of it is there's always still the tried and true and steady and been around forever, aren't going away brands and industries as well.
You love that. They are saying like one that will stick around and still continue to grow year over year, no matter what, right? Restoration.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you know this or our viewers know this. We're filming this in Florida. And I don't know, we've had a couple of hurricanes in the hurricane season.
Right.
And that's where restoration businesses come into play, or your water heater busts and all of a sudden there's water in your basement. So those, to your point, are need-based businesses and they are there and they are tried and true. But I think like with a lot of things, you're going to see popular things like the soda shops come. Now, if you were to ask me how long will they stay and what's their longevity, again, I don't have a crystal ball, wish I did. But I think there are markets that will hold those businesses for a period of time and they will stay in existence for a period of time.
Well, there was 10, 15 years ago, frozen yogurt, right?
Don't get me started on the froyo.
Was a huge thing. And it's still there. It's just not as big and popular.
Right.
But if you can, not everybody has the risk tolerance to be on the front end of a wave of an industry.
Right.
But I mean, we're never doing anything remotely like an earnings claim on here. But there's a lot of money to be made being on that front end.
When he says earnings claim, guys, it means we're not telling you how much money you're going to make.
You will make this much money, right? And so, and honestly, in franchising, if anybody ever does that, run very fast the other direction. But it's, again, this is why I always go back to finding the best franchise is such an individualized and personalized thing. What's best for you might be the worst thing for the next person and vice versa.
Well, and some other research that we've been doing is not just whether or not it's good, bad for you or not. Like there are hot markets out there where you can get into some of these and see some great growth opportunity. Like funny enough, we came across a list of like the top 10 states that are very friendly for business and small business in 2025 are going to continue to grow. And there are actually 10 markets that are not ones that you, it's not that you can, it's just the level of success may be limited.
Right. Well, and real quick before we go to break, like Utah, Idaho, and Arizona were the three top hot markets. Right. One of the not was California, which is because those are three states that have had a lot of people migrate from California into. Right. But doesn't mean there's still not great opportunity in California. It's just a matter
like you said, it's a matter of your tolerance and what you're looking to accomplish.
Exactly. And we'll finish up on everything with the Franchising 360 show right after this. And we are back here on the Franchising 360 show. Last segment of 2024, Danielle.
Thank you. Are we coming back for 2025?
As near as I can tell, they haven't told us otherwise yet. What's maybe one more thing, or maybe one thing you're looking forward to in franchising for just in general for next year?
That's a tough question. I miss seeing everybody. So I enjoy the travel and the events, and we are, I think you're going, I know I'm going, to the International Franchise Association show. It's our national conference in February. It'll be in Vegas, so that's fun. It's tied to the Super Bowl, maybe not so fun. But I love seeing everybody and kind of doing what we're doing here, hearing what's going on in their world, what's working, what's not working. I think that's the great thing about franchising is we never think we know it all, that we're always trying to make sure that we are sharpening our irons and making sure that we are doing everything that we can to be better.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to?
I honestly, because sometimes I have been accused, I think wrongly of not being super positive all the time, because I'm pretty darn optimistic.
Okay. Your glass is half full?
I think it's mostly full for franchising in 25.
I
think just kind of where we are, like we have resolution in the crazy from 24.
Yes.
Interest rates are dipping down just a tiny bit.
Right.
And I think there's like just kind of a relief factor, and now people can kind of be selfish and focus on themselves.
Right.
And so I'm really kind of looking forward to that.
We started this goals, outcomes. Are you still kind of resolute in where you want to go in 2025 with Fran Coach and in the show?
My goal is to not get canceled in any way, shape, or form, and to make it to year end of 2025. I think that would be pretty awesome. But
fantastic.
No, it's, as you know, we get to work with smart, successful people all day long. So we've got an amazing kind of gig and business that we're in franchising and what we do. And so it's fun to be able to help people, and it's cheesy, but help people, like, again, kind of find that better life for themselves.
Awesome.
So we also have something else here today.
Do we?
Topher, did we have something special today? Our wonderful producer, Topher, because tomorrow might be somebody's birthday. So Danielle,
yes,
we have a fun little thing here for you for your birthday.
Cupcake, bundt cakes, yay, franchise, woo!
Exactly, we had to use a franchise, nothing bundt cake. Thank you for no discount. And so so we have, and we tried to go without flame because number one,
we're inside a studio.
I was going with there'd be a lot of candles. 29 is a lot. And our
hey, I own my age, but it's fine. But this is, guys, thanks.
So, and as anybody knows somebody who has a birthday right around the end of December,
yes,
right? These poor souls are neglected in their birthday. So we have to go over and above.
We are.
And if you've missed other episodes, Danielle and I are married. So this is some serious brownie points.
It really is. I mean, if you can't tell, I'm shocked and surprised. There's shock and awe.
So happy birthday.
Thank you.
And to everyone out there, thanks for tuning in all in 2024. We look forward to seeing you in 25.
Yeah, excited about everybody coming back. So please come back.
So, and I'm going to hurry up and eat these before the new year. Then I can focus on that 10 pounds I want to lose.
Yeah, because this is not going to help the 10-pound goal. No, but it's super awesome. Yay!
So happy birthday. And thanks for everybody for tuning in until, next year. That's Danielle Wright, the birthday girl. I'm Tim Parmeter, not the birthday girl. And we will see you next week right here on the Franchising 360 show.